Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys here on this Monday, the 17th of August, 2020. Now, you know what? Picture what if a man had a debilitating disease. Say he had a bad knee. Say it was a terrible bad knee. It's just constant agony and pain. He couldn't even walk on it. And it was so bad that it was ruining his quality of life completely. He couldn't even sleep at night. He'd just move his knee a little bit this way or that way, and the ache and the pain would go shudders through his body and give him cold chills, and he'd have to get up in the middle of the night and take 2 or 3 those real strong anti-pain medication from the doctor, And so he lived this way for a while, and the doctor come along and looked at his knee and said, "Listen, Mr. Jones, I know you're in a lot of pain. I know your quality of life is really poor right now, but we can fix this. I can fix this. A 3 or 4 hour operation, and you won't have any pain anymore." And so Mr. Jones, he looks at the doctor. He says, "Really?" He says, "Is there any risks?" And the doctor says, "Well, yeah, with all surgery, there is a risk. No surgery is without risk. But," he says, "your quality of life is so poor right now, and this will really help." Well, we're all in that boat that Mr. Jones is in with his bad knee. All across America here. Our quality of life now, since last year to this year, our quality of life has went down the toilet hole. It's circling the drain. That's our quality of life. We can't go anywhere. Or if we do go someplace, there's so many restrictions, and everywhere you go, you got to wear a mask, and it's just constant. Now, what's the way out of this? Like the operation was the way out for Mr. Jones, and get operated on his knee. Well, our biggest hope of getting this virus isn't going to go away, guys. It's just going to keep coming around, new wave after wave after wave after wave, until it constantly pushes us down until the end. We won't even have any food to eat. In the end, we'll all starve to death. Well, guess what? Over in Russia, meanwhile in Russia, now I put a video, I'm going to put a link in a video and you can watch, and it's really funny about the Russians. But you know what? The Russians, they're brave. They're trying the cure for this. And it's an injection, and they're trying it. They're going to try it in Russia, and they're all going to line up, and they're all going to roll up their sleeve, and they're going to be the guinea pigs to see if this thing works. I'm wishing the best for them. I hope it works great. But, we can sit over here, and we can watch and see what happens, and see if they get a workable, viable vaccine for this, which is our greatest hope, actually, to actually eradicate this thing and get rid of it. So Russia's the heroes. The Russians. That's the way I see it anyway. They're being the heroes. They're rolling up their sleeves first ahead of anybody else and taking the chance, And for all of us, and we can sit back and we can see what happens. And my personal opinion on it, guys, I think it's going to be successful. I really do. And Vladimir Putin, he has a lot of faith in it too. He gave it to his daughter, and she says she's just fine. So let's see how it goes. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it works like great, And this is our best hope, for really eradicating this disease and getting rid of it. It's killing our children, for crying out loud, over here in this country. And where did it come from? It come from China. But Russia's the heroes, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's get started. Let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on. We're looking at the gold price going up today. Pretty good, too. 1987 today, It's up $42 on the day. And that's a big move for gold. And, I don't see anywhere but up because of what's happened to happen here. As this disease progresses across the country, more and more stimulus is going to be needed, more and more stimulus pumped into the financial markets. And it's very clear at this point to me that the financial markets are totally under the control of the Fed right now at this point. All of the markets. If anything starts to stumble or fall, they step in and they prop it up. And so this control extended into the markets, what it's doing is it's hyperinflating that side of the economy. Economic side of the economy, the big economic side of the economy, the big Wall Street banks, that's all hyperinflating. And gold and silver's on that side of the fence, so it's starting to hyperinflate with it. So is the stock market, everything. Everything that's financial is hyperinflating. Meanwhile, what's happening over here on our side of the fence? We're deflating. Well, they're going to have to, at a certain point, they're going to have to keep propping us up and keep us stimmering along through this crisis, until this crisis comes to an end. So what's going to happen is with them pumping money out on both sides of the fence and not as much on the Main Street side, but on both sides of the fence, we're going to keep seeing this hyperinflation progress into the precious metals, and they're going to keep pumping up the price of them. Going to keep moving up. Gold and silver and all these assets, these bubbles, they're just going to keep inflating them bigger and bigger at the expense of the dollar. So here we go. Gold's going up. And I always said, gold's going to go up first, gold and silver, and then cryptocurrencies later, They're going to really catch a bid, a cryptocurrency. And ultimately, in the end result of it all, is I think you're going to make more times, like, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times on your money on cryptos than you will on the gold and silver. I think ultimately in the end game, But you have to take into consideration that gold and silver are a more safe, been around a lot longer, and it's more of a safer place to put your money, in my opinion, than cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is far more volatile, but if you got a stomach for that volatility, then cryptocurrency is probably in the end result going to be a bigger X times, like 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 50 times, whatever, It's going to be more of that. Anyway, let's take a look here at silver today. Silver's up to 27.43. It's up $1 on the day. Now that's really good, for silver to gain a whole $1 today so far. I told you, but I told you guys these days were coming. In fact, I remember saying to you guys that we're going to see $3 days on silver. And, back when I said that, silver was like $13.50 or whatever. And the price had been going down, every day slipping down. They were smashing it and everything. And that just sounded ludicrous. The $3 up day on silver sounded completely out in left field. People listening to me probably said, yeah, right. Well, they're not saying that now. We're seeing $1 day today, and it's not a big day. Yeah, we will probably see $3 days. And it's not looking so crazy, the statement of a $3 day, when I'm sitting here right now staring at a $1 day. It's not out in left park anymore. Let's take a look now at cryptocurrencies today. $385 billion with a Bitcoin dominance of 58.9%. Bitcoin dominance is still rather low, guys. And you remember a few days ago I told you that that's a very bullish signal. Well, the cryptocurrency market capitalizations went up like $20 billion since then, since I told you guys. And the Bitcoin prices cracked well above $12,000 since I told you guys that was a bullish signal a few days ago. 12,298 right now for crypto and for Bitcoin. And just fancying my eye down here on Litecoin, which is one of my favorite coins too. It's at 65.58, which is quite a big leap for Litecoin because it's been in the $50 range lately. And suddenly it's up to 65.58. So that's looking good. Dow Jones Industrial Average today. Completely oversold market, and there is no bottom if the Fed removes support. But the Fed doesn't have any plans of removing support anytime soon. So we're seeing a market is down 46 points on the day at 27,884. I was anticipating a fall off in these markets, but But the thing about it is the reason why I was anticipating the fall is because fundamentals are gone. There is no fundamentals anymore. I mean, the Main Street economy is basically toast. Yet the markets are being magically buoyed up, and it just shows the power of central bank money and central bank planning. And if they got that kind of power, there's no reason to believe that it's going to stop anytime soon. They got the key to the money. Okay, let's take a look at crude oil today. It's up 43 cents on the day, 42.44 for crude oil. U.S. Treasuries today. Now we're seeing yields falling all the way across the board. We were seeing yields going up. The action is people are selling their treasuries and the yields rise when they sell their treasuries. And then the government comes in a day or two later and they're doing yield curve control all the way up to the long end. I can tell you right now, that's what's going on right here today with these yield curves falling. The government's already doing yield curve control. They haven't announced it yet, but they're already doing it. I can tell you, they're the only ones buying all this crap. It's got no yield on it. Who's going to invest their money in something that's going to be, with inflation rates right now, higher than the yields on these bonds? Who's going to buy it? Nobody's buying it. The government's buying it, and that's why yields are falling. And they're doing yield curve control. They're already doing it. I would say, by my estimation, that's what's going on. I mean, anybody out there don't think that's right? I think it's right. Yield curve control. That's what they're doing. That's going to be raw. Oh, that's rocket fuel for gold and silver. And cryptos. Yield curve control. Oh, my lands. U.S. dollar index today, 92.89, and we see it sliding down a little bit. But, this doesn't mean a whole lot, the dollar index, because it's being compared to these other crappy currencies. It would mean more if they compared it to gold. Then it would have more meaning. But mostly it's being compared to the euro, which is another piece of junk, and so, I mean, yeah, you can look good. I mean, you can win a pig can win a beauty contest if he's up against other pigs that look worse than him. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you for listening to my show. Give me a thumbs up, and we will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.